Hi there. If you've downloaded Snatch and you've got it on your system, on your desktop, then that's great, brilliant stuff. I'll give you a run through of what everything does and how to use the system. I'm going to do it in two sections. I'll show you everything else, and then we'll do the radio as the very last thing. In fact, the radio probably be a separate video. So to get started, if you're watching this video and you haven't got Snatch, then obviously you want to know where to get it. You'll find it on SourceForge. If it's found anywhere else, then it's not the original copy, so it's best to get it from SourceForge, because that's where I upload the latest version. All you need to do is type in Snatch into the search box and it'll come underneath. Select that, and then it's a case of simply downloading it. Click the download button and install it on your desktop. As good as that. You can also go to files. This will show you the very latest version, which is 1.74, and you've got to remember that Snatch is in alpha mode at the moment, so it's constantly changing, so there'll be constantly a new version that I upload, maybe once a week, twice a week, however I decide to do it. So that's where you get Snatch from. So once it's installed and it's sitting on your desktop, you should have a shortcut. I'm just hiding all my files at the moment. It's a busy desktop, so this is the best way to do things. So you go to programs and you should find Snatch in there, and there should also be a folder. There you go. Okay, so when you first come to Snatch, you'll see that you've got icons at the top, and these are all tabs. The media tab obviously has the radio under it, the music, the ability to test streams, and obviously data, which is the information. Now this is currently showing that I'm actually recording this video, so Snatch is making the very video that I'm going to put online, so that's how good it is. And it's just recording the audio from the mic, so I can play music, for example, any one of these, and you won't be able to hear anything whatsoever. And that goes for the radio as well. If I select something from the radio station, you won't be able to hear that out either, but I can definitely hear it. Okay, so that's the media tab. Then we go to cam. The cam, obviously I don't have a cam set up at the moment, but there would be something in there. You may have different drivers there for your cam, but I'm aware there's an issue with this, and again this is to be worked on. So I'll close that. That will come up with an error. Not a problem. Hopefully eventually there should be the ability to connect up to 4 cams, and that'll help you to do your recordings, and you have different angles of how you're recording things. So hopefully in the future that should be done. Then we've got capture, which is obviously what we're using at the moment. You can see I've got record desktop and mic only, and this is a case of switching it on and off, on or off, sorry, and it'll stop the recording or it'll start the recording. You can only have one recording going on at the same time. Record audio only, I'll be disposing of that. There's no need for that, I don't think. So that's that side. You can see the time, the length of time that you're actually doing the recording as well. Then we should have the microphone, so these are the drivers that you would set up. Next we've got settings. In settings, allows you to set the radio so it comes on as soon as you start Snatch, or not, whichever you decide to select. Checks for the internet, so it'll warn you if the internet goes off. And again, we've got this option here. Click on the settings tab, select an audio meter to turn on. the visual meter, so that's just a case of selecting anything from this driver here. This is what I've got, but you'll obviously have something different. And finally, we've got opacity, nothing going on there yet. Whether I do it or not, I'm not sure as yet. And then the about. Okay, then we have a folder here which is where all the recordings are stored. You can see I've done a little bit of work in there. I should have really cleaned this out, but it's recording at the moment into one of these files here, and you can see these other tracks that have been recorded as well. Then we've got the conversion, so we can convert any audio file to an MP3 so that we can drop it into Snatch. That'll work. When Snatch records, you can see it creates MKV files, which is high quality, but it needs converting to MP4 for a lot of video editing suites, so that gives you the ability to change that by selecting that. And then you'll get MP4, which is also you might get audio in MP4s and they have an image there, but you want it as an MP3. Again, you can do the conversion and drop it into Snatch and it'll work straight away. The next icon gives you quick access to all the Windows important control panels, so that you can set up Snatch and get on with your recording as quickly as possible. That's the whole idea of this system. And you can also see you can restart the application. That comes under the radio and the media, and I'll explain that when we get to that section. Finally, you've got everything to do with the web media player classic, which is, I use it all the time. It's far superior to the Windows media player, and you may find that you've got issues trying to play some of the MKV files created by Snatch using Windows media player. But if you use Media Player Classic, you'll find there's no problems at all. Whatever Snatch creates, it will play it. Realtek website is, if you have issues with the drivers or Snatch isn't working with your current driver, then these are the drivers that it will work with, and that's, I can guarantee that. The other options, you can report a software issue. If you find that there's something that's frustrating you and maybe I can fix it pretty quickly, then it's just a case of getting in here, adding some notes. I'll see it and I can get back to you and we can see what we can get a workaround for it, or whatever. Where else? Obviously there's contribute. If you'd like to contribute via Patreon, that would be much appreciated, and again you can check for updates, and that's just basically a link to the very place that you downloaded the original installer. So there you go. Any new updates, they'll be in here, and then you can download it and it will just install, as simple as that. So there you go, that's that side of things. So you've seen the icons, you've seen the tabs at the top and at the bottom. So that's the first part of this video. Right, something I did forget to show you was the last icon, which is the exclamation. That's a help link to a PDF stored in the Snatch folder, and this should guide you with anything that you need to know about Snatch or anything that you're not sure. It's straight to the point, explains how to do it if you missed some of it in the video or I've missed explaining something. So with the video and this manual, that should help you to really use Snatch and get the best out of it. Okay, well, there you go. I hope you enjoyed the video, and hopefully you keep that.